Hello.
Hello, everyone. Welcome to another day of Control Alt Compete.
Yeah, very excited to be here. I'm Alan,
I'm Naka.
and hopefully it's going to be a really good day for games. For sure. So, guys, I just want to say when we start out here, thanks to the VEA for putting together Control Alt Compete. This is the first large esports endeavor for colleges in 2021. Thanks to TGS for putting on an amazing production and participating with the event. Thanks to MSG for helping organize and promote the event. And to all of the universities, UBC, SFU, Douglas, Langara, Capilano, TRU, UFV for participating. Yeah.
Yeah, so all the colleges and universities participating in this event will earn points based on their placement to see who will come out as the best college or university across these four esports.
The four esports are, of course, League of Legends, Smash. I don't know why I said of course when I
Valorant and Rocket League, of course, as
There
well.
you go.
Yeah.
Awesome.
Yeah, so you can see on your screen here how the points will go down. First place gets 15 points, second place gets 12, third gets 10, fourth gets 9, fifth and sixth both get 7, seventh and eighth both get 5, and then 9, 10th don't get any points, of course.
No, does 9 through 12 get 2? If I'm reading that correctly?
Oh, is that a 2?
I think that's a 2.
Right, okay, yeah. So 9 through 12 all get 2 points there.
Yeah.
So they do get some points on that.
Nothing like giving a point score to colleges to get people motivated to play video games there. You can tell if anyone ends up in the low-ranking colleges, all the nerds are going to be upset.
Oh yeah, it'll definitely be more of a bit of just bragging rights, I guess, for the ones who come out on top there.
Bragging rights and incentive, but I feel like people, especially in a college level, people tend to use their college as their identity. Oh, look, we're right into it.
Okay, so we're going to go right into the first game here.
Starting with an invade.
Yep, so...
Alright. I understand you. So this game is going to be between Duin Reborn and Pony Welders. This is... Oh, man. I'm sorry, Martin. I didn't quite hear the info. Can you relay it to me one more time? Okay, this is the grand finals, best of 3, and winner takes first place. They are starting with the early invade.
Yeah. So they do have the information here, so it looks like it is going to be a vertical jungle. Heckram's just going to go over to Doinby Reborn's bot side here and take that side, as well as Doinby Reborn's going to do the same, taking the top red side jungle first and then moving over to his own blue side jungle. So looking at the comps, it looks like with Malphite, Udyr, looks like it's going to be a pretty dive-heavy comp on the side of Doinby Reborn.
For sure. They got both the Wind Brothers, too.
Oh, yeah. So they're playing a bit of a peculiar bot lane setup, actually.
Yeah, I've seen this before. I think this is exactly the kind of thing off meta, but if you do it, it does really well, and if you don't, you might look a little...
Oh, yeah. Yeah, they do have the Yone's ult to set up for Yasuo's ult, as well as the Malphite, so they do have some options to look for engages. Pony Welders, their comp looks to be a bit more well-rounded. They do have a lot of engage as well, but they do have some heal with the Orianna, with Cho'Gath, with the Nautilus as well.
Even just, they really do not have a huge amount of distance other than what you said within their engage, and the other team might be able to poke them out if they play correctly.
Yeah, oh, looking at a bit of a trade in the bot lane already. Yone goes in, gets the exhaust off onto Jhin. Heckram's here to clean it up, though. Gets the first blood onto Yone. Oh, sorry, first blood onto Jin, but they do trade the kill back onto Yone. Also a bit of a trade in the top lane. Malphite's out of mana, so he's gonna have to back off of that one.
I'm interested to see how the bot lane goes, because Nautilus is a really good opposition against Yasuo and Yone to counteract all that damage early game.
Oh yeah, definitely stops a lot of their engage potential just with being able to root them down with his autos. And it's a little bit hard to trade in that lane, considering Nautilus gets a shield as well.
Very much. I don't know who I would... personally, I would think Orianna would do better just because I've had more success with Orianna myself over Twisted Fate. But there are very good Twisted Fate players, and I wonder how the mid lane is going to go.
Yeah, Orianna definitely has a lot more priority in the lane just because of her wave clear. So if she's constantly shoving the wave, it's going to be a little bit harder for Twisted Fate to look for those roams into the side lanes with that Destiny Gate once he gets level 6.
Definitely. They're pushing super hard on the Yasuo Yone line, and I'm thinking a huge key to that lane is an extreme aggressiveness. I doubt they can be very passive if they hope to make that lane work for them.
Oh yeah, for sure. Yeah, for the side of Doinby Reborn, it's definitely more of a kill lane bot. They're looking to get early leads there, transition that into probably skirmishes in the early mid game, especially looking around the dragons.
Are you thinking drags are being highly contested in this, or do you think it may be a little bit of a build-up before people go for it? Some jungles wait a while before going in.
So I think both sides are going to be contesting the dragons, especially since Pony Welders has a very strong early game, especially in their bot and mid. Orianna and Jin especially are going to want to be looking for a lot of early skirmishes.
Oh, we have a gank up top. Udyr going in against Cho'Gath. Oh, that's clean. And that's over.
Yeah, so that's a kill over onto Udyr, and that's exactly what Udyr wants. He wants to be looking for early kills to get himself ahead, because Udyr does fall off pretty hard. He doesn't really do damage later on into the game, unless he builds for damage. But it looks like he's going into the Turbo Chem tank that we see a lot in professional play with Udyr. There's gonna be an early bot trade again. They're just constantly fighting, looking for trades.
They are trying to get. Oh, Hecarim's in again.
Hecarim's coming in, goes on to Yone. Yeah. There's a Dreadline gonna land onto Yone as well. Yone tries to Q out, but doesn't.
I think Yasuo made a mistake there, and then engaged.
Teleport coming in from Malphite and Orianna as well. Malphite does seem to get out, and Orianna doesn't really seem to get anything done with that teleport.
May have been a little overexcited. But still.
Oh, he gets the shockwave onto Malphite.
Oh my god, never mind. Yeah. A huge play for Pony Welders.
Looks like that's going to be a free dragon for them as well after that.
Yeah, that's big. That is exactly what you would want.
And it's an Infernal Dragon as well. That's going to give them a little bit more pressure early with an extra AD and AP.
I don't know how that's going to go. The Yasuo Yone lane's really going to have to... I guess they maintain damage throughout, but you really don't want to get stomped on too hard as those characters. Oh
yeah, for sure. Now, one thing to note for sure is that most of the kills on Pony Welders is on Artoria, the Hecarim, so not really much of a lead for the laners, but he's going to have a lot of priority over the Udyr early game.
For sure, which is good considering that Udyr is one of the major players currently going into this.
Oh yeah, for sure. Now, Udyr is definitely more of a power farmer. He clears very quickly early, so we already see that in the 30 CS lead here. Udyr coming in, getting the smite onto the Raptors as Hecarim's taking it. A little bit of a trade here, but both sides are going to be supported by their solo laners, so they're just going to back off of that.
Yeah. Something interesting might have happened, but yeah, too many people in the area. Not worth it, I wouldn't think.
Yeah, looks like it's going to be... They're probably gonna be looking to farm for just a bit. Neither side looks like they're gonna be looking for plays. Oh, and as I say that, Yone's trying to go in, gets redlined to cancel that out.
Except for bot lane, always.
Yasuo's going very deep into that.
Yeah, he's not level 6 yet. I don't know. I don't know if that's a good call, really. Maybe they're just trying to force them out of lane and see if they can get a couple.
They're pushing this into the turret. It's a pretty big wave. It's going to be a bit hard for Jin to CS here, but...
For sure.
Twisted Face looking to come down as well. He's going to drop the Destiny Gate, but it doesn't look like he's going to want to go in. They do see the Hecarim off of that Destiny Gate on the side, so... Looks like they're just going to back off of that. Orianna gets the push in the mid lane while Twisted Fate is gone, though, so that's going to crash into the turret, probably. Hecarim's going to find Twisted Fate in the jungle. He's going to get the gold car off on him. Hecarim's trying to chase him here, but he's going to get the backup from the Udyr on the side as well as Yone. Hecarim's just going to back off of that.
There's a lot. It's very touch and go so far, people. Oh, except maybe for Udyr.
Udyr's running in, pops the ghost.
Yeah,
the shockwave misses. Udyr just goes past them. There's the flash gold card from Twisted Fate.
Oh, that's huge.
Kill onto Orianna.
Oh, and really went down with the Nautilus,
well.
too. And Udyr is making everything happen. That's 3 kills for Doing Reborn. And that's exactly what they need, too, which is awesome. It is very cool to see this going very close right now.
And as we talked about the Hecarim getting ahead, the Udyr is getting ahead
Major
on the other
jungle
side
game.
as well. Oh yeah, for sure.
Will it come down to jungle dip? Who gets to type that in at the end?
Yeah, so a little bit of trade in the top lane.
Cho'Gath doing extremely well on CS right now as compared to Maokai.
Yeah, Udyr is just constantly in Hecarim's jungle, taking his camps on right here. So they have a lot of priority. That's like
Orianna comes in.
It's gonna be another kill for the Orianna.
I don't think you wanna. I think that's a mistake on the Twisted Fate part. You should play a little more safe in a high stakes game, I would think. Especially low health. You shouldn't be that way, but maybe just a momentary lapse in judgment. And that evens it out. 5-5 on the kills right now with a similar CS going too. Very, very cool.
Yeah, and Don't Be Reborn does have a 1k gold lead, but I think that's pretty much all in the pocket of Udyr, looking at the CS difference between them. Udyr almost has double the CS of Hecarim right now.
Very impressive. Wow, yeah, that is hard right now.
Yeah.
Orianna too, though, is doing very well on CS as well.
Oh yeah, for sure. Yeah, as we did talk about, Udyr he's always looking to power farm. He has a very fast clear, so it's not very surprising that he has the most farm in the game right now.
But as you mentioned, he will most likely fall off, so hopefully he can make a big enough dent that that isn't an issue later.
Yeah. I believe Udyr with this build does go Lichbane second because he's maxing Phoenix stance. So he's going to have quite a bit of damage once he has that, but afterwards just going to be tank items from there. He's going to be looking to just get something.
Oh, we got bot lane going in, and Jin is gone by Yone.
Yeah, and that's the combo we were talking about before. The Yone ult into Yasuo gets the knockup to set up for it as well. A little bit more of a trade onto Nautilus. Hecarim's looking on the side. They're just going to dive him.
Hecarim can come in right now. It's going to be pretty big for both of them, but it does look
Nautilus
like they
getting
are going
really
to
low.
get
He
Nautilus.
splashes out.
Oh. And they save, and they save!
And Nautilus doesn't even die from that. A little bit
Very
overzealous from the brothers in the bot lane.
Yeah, I can't say I'm too surprised. The Wind Brothers are not known for their cautious game style, you know? It's not really what you're supposed to do. But yeah, you gotta wonder that's a mistake. Oh, comes in Udyr and Twisted Fate for an easy gank.
Yeah, Udyr coming in behind the turret and Twisted Fate just coming with the Destiny Gate, and that's what I've been talking about. Twisted Fate's ultimate just has so much pressure on the map.
When used correctly, it's amazing. I'm surprised that they didn't even look to consider drag, but maybe they still are. I'm not sure.
Yeah, it looks like Udyr might just come in and take this dragon alone. And Twisted Fate coming to help as well.
Hecarim now all the way top lane, not close at all. I think this is another easy drag for them. Is that both drags for them, or did
Yeah, so it's one side. It's one for each side now. Okay, there's the Malphite ultimate going in. Yasuo will follow it up. Chocolate doesn't actually end up coming out, but there's some teleports coming in to support this dive.
Got a big team fight going in. Nautilus
Udyr's just going in, doesn't even care. He just goes in alone to kill the Nautilus. Doesn't actually secure the kill.
Nautilus will not die right now. And Cho'Gath picks up the Udyr. Excellent.
Hecarim's going to go in onto the Twisted Fate here. Knock-up misses. Gold card's going to come out onto the Hecarim. Here comes the supporting team from Doing Be Reborn. Awesome. Huge Yone ult.
Yes.
Teleport's coming in from, I think that's Orianna right now? She's alone in 3 people, but she does get the kill onto Twisted Fate, and Yone's alone now. That's the shockwave onto Yone. Yone's not going to be able to get out of that one.
Another big one.
The kill gets secured by the Cho'Gath.
Cho'Gath coming in huge right here. Cho'Gath's got to be feeling great about that, and he's been CSing really well. I can only imagine he's going to become more and more of a problem to the team.
Now the shutdown did get taken from Hecarim, who was 5-0 at the time. So that gold's going to be going into the pocket of, I believe it was Yone who got that, which is probably who they wanted on. Yeah,
Yone is being the ADC as far as these roles go. And yeah, it's still very close. Only 1 kill differential, and the gold is also still only a K difference. So it is not anybody really leaning hugely to any one team.
Yeah, both sides just constantly fighting, looking for trades, and they end up trading kills a lot, so there hasn't really been a clear lead on either side.
A lot of movement too, and I haven't seen too much tower damage or even pushing of a lane overly, so I think it's very concentrated on that kind of early...
Oh, Destiny Gate being dropped, gonna get the gold card onto the Orianna, and they're just gonna be able to clean that up very quickly.
That was nice, yeah. Yone definitely becoming dangerous, and then the second time we've seen Twisted Fate manage to pull off a very nice
Udyr's gonna come in here, Death Charge comes in to stop him a little bit. Jin, no one's really able to get to him in time. Hecarim's coming in to help as well. Udyr's gonna burn! He's gonna be taken out. There's the curtain call.
And I think that's Twisted Fate too. There you go. Oh, even the
Yasuo
Yasuo
gets the wind wall out, but he's gonna be taken out as well.
Big play for Pony Welders.
Yeah, a lot of kills being traded on both sides constantly. But that mid skirmish ended up being a 3-0 for Pony Welders, so they're gonna have a pretty big lead coming into the next dragon.
For sure. I think a big thing that's going on this, Nautilus is just incredibly hard to actually take out, and he hasn't even been taken out 2 times, I think, where he was very close. Oh, and Yone straight in on Orianna.
To go a little bit of a trade there, just a love tap, I guess.
Yeah, I think Orianna did more damage than Yone was prepared for her to do.
Yeah,
might have scared him off. Malphite and Cho'Gath going. I think Cho'Gath is a little ahead of Malphite.
Oh yeah, Malphite, definitely. Okay, there's a shockwave coming onto Yone. Yone's gonna get the ult. He's gonna miss it though. Exhaust coming out, but he's gonna have to go back to his E very soon.
Oh, that Orianna was a good exchange. But I don't think she can get away from Udyr. Yeah. Good of Udyr to be there in time. Oh, we got another engagement up top. Twisted Fate getting hit by Hecarim. Malphite with a nice ult. If Twisted Fate keeps running, he'll be fine. Oh, but Malphite's almost gone. Can they both survive? No.
Oh, Jin with the snipe there to set it up. Hecarim's looking to dive Twisted Fate here, but he has his gold card out, so I think they're just going to back off of that. They don't have a wave pushing into the turret either, so it's not going to help them with that dive.
That was a good ult by Malphite. It's unfortunate. He might have been able to get away if it wasn't for Jin, who had a very well-timed ult.
Yeah. Meanwhile, on the bot side, Udyr actually does get that bottom turret.
Oh, really? Yeah.
So it's going to even out the gold a bit more.
It's always good to have that objective push going on. But yeah, they are still very close, but Pony Welders with a small lead right now.
Yeah, that Malphite ult was definitely very big for them. Just a very hard to react to, honestly.
Yeah, I wasn't prepared for it. But
yeah, it's very fast, it can't be stopped. And it sets up for their team so well.
I find I've been seeing that as Yone and Yasuo go, when they get the right engage, it goes really well for them. But at the same time, I don't think either of them can single out people as well as they might hope, considering what happened between Yone and Orianna.
Yeah, so they are going to drop the Herald mid. It gets the first turret, and they are going to stop him getting the second one. Dragon's spawning right now, and I think Udyr's already started it.
They got their team full out stopping them. I don't know if they'll be able to get to Drag in time. Oh, but they've given
They're trying to get in. They actually make it here in time. Destiny Gate's going to be dropped to get vision on all of them. Oh, Malphite just goes in on the full team.
Oh, that's Yasuo out.
Some big ult coming out here, but it seems like Pony Welders is coming out on top of this. Twisted Fate's gonna go down as well.
Orianna,
but Udyr in the back line has been cleaning up.
Oh, this is close.
I don't know if he can get to Orianna in time. Orianna's very low, but so is Udyr. Oh, he might die to the minions here, and he does.
Did anyone get dragged yet? No, they have not. Still up for grabs.
But Yone's
running
in base.
Down.
Looks like it's going to be uncontested for Pony Welders again.
And that is a big win for the Pony Welders. They come out on top in kills and get the drag in that team engagement.
Yeah, and this Hecarim, he's now 8-1. He's just getting stronger and stronger. It's going to be very hard to deal with them. Yeah,
you said Udyr falls off. Does Hecarim generally fall off, or does he maintain pretty well?
A bit less so. He, as you can see, he's definitely building a bit more damage. Hecarim likes to build a bit more of a bruiser build, so he's a bit tankier, but also definitely does damage in fights. You definitely can't ignore him.
For sure. Yeah, definitely very trendy, but they're also both, and not that it's come into play yet, but they're very good at disengaging and getting away if they need to. But these guys have been very big on their team fights. It's very cool to see.
Yeah. The problem is for Doinby Reborn, they don't really have much reliable damage later on. Oh, but Hecarim's going in, gets the knockback onto Malphite.
Oh, that ult might save him though.
Unstoppable Force gets used. Meanwhile, Yone and Orianna just constantly trading in the bot side.
I feel like Yone isn't coming out as well in those engagements as he's hoping he is.
But they can't... Okay, so... Well, they can't seem to get the kill onto Malphite top. Udyr's coming to clean this up as well. They're going to go into Cho'Gath. Cho'Gath has to flash out. But Udyr's still chasing. And the Bear Stance just makes him so fast.
He is very hard to get away from. I don't think Malphite... There you go. I don't know if Malphite should have even dared to do that, but he's here. I think Orianna got Yone earlier. I'm not 100% because the screen cut away, but she is doing extremely well as well.
Yeah, Yone actually did get out of that. He's just recalling there on the bot side, but Yasuo did fall during that fight.
There you go.
Yeah, with the Wind Brothers, a little bit hard to keep track of which one's which sometimes.
Yeah, they're just dashing all the time. How am I supposed to tell the difference?
Yeah, game's honestly looking pretty rough for Doinby Reborn. I definitely think Pony Welder's team composition scales a lot better. They have a lot more range to work with.
I think especially in the TFT coming down.
Okay, there's a Chopper coming out onto Twisted Fate.
Oh, there you go.
Cho'Gath's alone here now.
I don't know if Cho'Gath can salvage
this. Trying to do some damage.
There you go.
He gets knocked up. He can't even. Yeah, he can't even do any more damage there.
Well, I agree with you that the Pony Welder's team comp has the distance, and I think is better for that general safety. If you get all of Doinby Reborn on you,
kind of just running in on Jhin here. There's a depth charge. Malphite's ulting as well to secure the kill. They're just constant fighting in this game.
Don't even bother with Nautilus though. Oh, never mind. Udyr looking to take this very seriously.
Yeah, so again, as soon as Pony Welder gets the lead, Doinby Reborn just brings it back with a solid fight.
100%, and I believe tower pushing is going very similar. CS is very similar. It is still very much anybody right now, which is very exciting.
Hecarim getting caught out here. He's gonna ult out though. Malphite's trying to look for him here as well. There's another fight in the mid lane. Twisted Fate goes in,
escapes.
Has to Proto Belt out. Orianna backing off as well. Doesn't want to fight the Yasuo right now, or maybe she does.
But Udyr's coming up. Yeah. She should disengage if she can. Oh, but look, the whole team's there.
There's the curtain call. Gets the kill onto Twisted Fate.
There you go.
Beautiful snipe coming out from the Jhin.
Yone and Orianna about to engage. They have got a vendetta against each other. Oh, nice. Zanya's there.
Oh, Yone can't even secure the kill.
Oh, that's gotta be frustrating.
They might look for Baron here, actually.
Would not be a bad idea.
Yeah, two members of Going to be Reborn are gone. There's a teleport coming in to secure this as well. All 5 members are here now.
Making the push Malphite and Yasuo. Unlikely that they'll get the steal, but not impossible.
Now, they do take this pretty slow, actually. They don't have much percent HP. Malphite's trying to look for a fight here. He's going to go in alone, but Yasuo comes in as well as Udyr, but Malphite's very low. Udyr's in 1v4 right now, trying to run up.
Can Yasuo secure the kill? No, cannot. And Udyr, if lucky, will escape. Nope.
Oh, and he's going to be taken out as well. That's going to be Baron secured for the side of Pony Welders. No one can really contest him now.
I understand the point of attempting the steal or team fight engage, really not necessarily a steal, just trying to end it. And I don't know if that was a good call on their part.
Now Twisted Fate's on the backside, trying to see maybe he can get a steal here, but Nautilus is just 1v1ing him right now.
Take him a while. Ooh. And that is...
I think Twisted Fate's gonna lose that 1v1, actually.
Yeah.
To the support.
He might leave. It's so difficult to take out the Nautilus, too.
Oh, Twisted Fate might be able to get ulti. Oh, he does get out with the Destiny Gate there. Nautilus didn't get the Dredge line in time.
Yone going for drag. Very likely they'll get it. I don't think anyone can get there in time to stop them. Is that 2 drags for doing Be Reborn, 1 for Pony Welders, and the Pony Welders also has Baron now?
Yeah, so both sides actually have 2 dragons right now.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, both sides have 1 mountain, and then Join Be Reborn has a Cloud Drake. Unfortunate for them, as I don't think it's very good. And then Pony Welders has that first Infernal that they did secure.
Looking at possibly another team fight. I don't know.
I think Join Be Reborn's probably just going to back off. They don't really want to fight while the Baron's up, because it does give, on top of boosting the minions, it does give, I believe, 40 AD and 40 AP to the side of Pony Welders, so it's making them quite a bit stronger than Join Be Reborn.
You think they'd really want to play that under turret, for sure.
Yeah. Looks like they might just give up this mid turret. Udyr's gonna go push bot, try and pressure that, see if he can bait anyone from Pony Welders to backing off to match his wave. But it doesn't look like they're going to. It looks like they're gonna commit to mid lane right now. They don't have much siege potential, so they're just gonna let the cannon minion do its work, I guess. But Udyr is getting a lot of work done in the bot lane.
I think Pony Welders may be dealing with a bit of arrogance due to the fact that they've been doing quite well and maybe they're not paying enough attention. Because it's very possible no one's noticed Udyr.
Udyr just takes another turret bot. He might get that inhib turret. So that's gonna come help, but... Oh, looks like they want to dive here. Dredgeline gonna go onto the Malphite. Malphite falls as well.
Pushes the inhib turret as well. Yone ults in.
There's the curtain call, gonna get some damage out. Yasuo's on the back line, 1v4.
Yeah, I don't think that's
and he's not gonna get any work done here. Looks like he's gonna be taken out.
No, still a big push, and Udyr's back now.
They're gonna look to end here. The timers, there's still 20 seconds left on 3 members of Join Be Reborn. There's the teleport coming out from Cho'Gath to support this as well. All 5 members are here. Yone's trying to go in, but he gets taken out immediately, and Udyr is now in a 1v4. 1v5, and
I think
gonna
that
take
is
out the Hecarim, but
that is extremely well played by them.
Yeah, a very scrappy game, a lot of fighting, but Pony Welders comes out on top.
Pony Welders, I think, just throughout that did have the better team comp. I don't think that the Wynn brothers was necessarily a smart bottom lane choice.
Yeah, they had almost no range. They had to go all in if they ever wanted to fight, and it just didn't work out for them.
Yeah, I do think when you play with, because obviously ADCs can be tricky and everything, and so some people like to opt to characters that maybe are a little easier to do, but I do think it's really important to have that character when you're competent, because that is pretty game changing.
Oh yeah, it's a lot more flexible for them to work with when they have that range.
Okay,
yeah.
So we're going to be taking a break for now, guys.
Yeah, so game 1's going over to Pony Welders, and that so we're going to be going over to a break before we get into game 2.
Yeah, I hope everyone.
Feel the freezing wind slice against your cheekbones. Cry until your throat is raw and your eyes dry. Feel the warmth of the sun brown your skin. Scream at the top of your lungs. We live with our guards up and our words up, veiled under a mask of infamy. We speak loudest when in silence. Only wordless are we true.
Hey everyone, welcome back from the break. I hope you're all doing well. I'm just going to let you guys know again that we have a tremendous amount of thanks to give to the VA for putting together Control Alt Compete. This is the first large esports endeavor for colleges in 2021. Hopefully there will be more following this one. Thanks to TGS as well for putting on amazing production and participating with this event. Thank you to MSG for helping organize and promote the event, and to once again all of the universities involved, including UBC, SFU, Douglas, Langara, Capilano, TRU, UFV. Thank you once again for participating. I'm Alan. I'm here again with Nakadashi. Nakadashi, can you let them know about the point system?
Right. Yeah, so as a reminder, everyone, all colleges and universities participating in this event will earn points based on their placement to see who will come out as the best college or university across the 4 esports: League, Smash, Valorant, and Rocket League.
Excellent, and we're straight into it, hoping for another exciting game. Last game started out with a big invade and very jungle heavy, or at least integral. The jungles played a major part in the success of both teams last game, and we're going to see if that follows the same this one.
Yeah, so in this game, we're already seeing vastly different team compositions. It looks like Doinby Reborn's going with a bit more of a standard team composition here with Aphelios and Alistair in the bot lane. It's going to be a very aggressive lane for them for sure.
Definitely very interesting. We got a couple of the same characters as last time. We got Twisted Fate again. And I don't know if they're... Or is Jin being played by the same person as well? I think so. So this will be interesting. We've got Shen in here too. Shen's ult is still a teleport, correct?
Yeah, so Shen's ult gives his teammate a big shield and then teleports to them after a few seconds. Normally when, so what Doinby Reborn's going to be looking to do, they're going to be looking to see if they can bait that out. Pretending to go in maybe, scare them a little bit, and if Shen's ult gets popped, then that's really good for them. That's a very long cooldown. I believe it's about 3 minutes or so.
It's nice for the other team to have that counter, though, to Twisted Fate, whose ult was very good in the last game as well.
Yeah, actually that's a really good point to mention. Shen's going to be able to match any kind of roam that Twisted Fate looks for.
Oh, and they have a Yasuo in the middle lane. That's always good.
Yeah, so Pony Welder is going to be the one that wants to get the Yasuo this time. Gonna see if they can put it to better work than Doinby Reborn did last game.
This is a very interesting bottom versus lane. I'm excited to see, because Alistair very tanky, very good at engaging, but then you have Seraphine who can be just very difficult to deal with as well. So.
Oh yeah, so we're gonna Doinby Reborn's comp is definitely similar to last game, where they're looking to go in a lot. They're looking to get deep fights with flanks from Alistair, from Darius, and probably from the Lilia as well. And the same thing as last time, Pony Welders has a lot of peel protection for their team, so it'll be a bit hard for Doinby Reborn to find the right engages.
If it goes, because last game ended quite early, but if it goes late, I do know Darius can be very infuriating in the late game.
Oh yeah, for sure. With that ultimate reset, it's very scary. Even if he gets one kill, it can lead up to many more in a fight. Yasuo looking to trade with Twisted Fate early here. Is going in, gets gold carded, but the Ignite goes down, and there's the flash is traded. There's first blood going over to Ninja.
Big play
on the Yasuo.
Yeah, big play for him. Pretty well executed. I think he had that in the bag. I think you have to be more careful with Twisted Fate against Yasuo. The all-ins are not in his favor.
Yeah, Twisted Fate's a very immobile champion, so it's very easy for Yasuo to get onto him. Needs to respect that a lot. A little bit of trading going in the bot lane, but not really much to come out of it. Darius, as we've expected in the top lane, is going to be looking to trade a lot with the Shen early, get his passive up for the blood stacks.
I think Shen, out of many characters, will have an easier time surviving Darius, but at the same time, still a difficult time matching him blow for blow in lanes.
Yeah. One thing to note for sure, though, is that Darius uses mana while Shen doesn't, so...
Oh, it's very
Darius
true.
Has a limited pool to work with in the top lane when it comes to trading, while Shen can just constantly use his abilities off cooldown.
We have Lilia invading in Hikarim's jungle. Hikarim coming up, possibly going to see her.
A little bit of a trade in the mid lane as well. Pretty standard what we're going to see here. Neither player has flash, so you're going to have to be very careful about these fights.
Top lane was a little bit of friction, but nothing much came of it. I do believe this Twisted Fate has to be really careful with this Yasuo. At that amount of health, you don't want to be hanging around.
Now, Lilia did see Hecarim as she was leaving his jungle, so they do know he's on the top side now, so Twisted Fate should be able to play safe around that. So he's going to sit under his turret, nice and safe.
Haven't seen any real viable gank attempt yet going into this.
Yeah, so it looks like it's another game where both junglers want to just farm up for now and see what they can do once we get to
Hikarim starting drag, I believe, and bot is at least keeping him company. Yeah, going in for the thing, guarding against it.
Not sure if they know that it's being started. Lilia's just farming her cast. Well, Alistar goes into the bot lane, gets a knock onto 2, but they have no follow-up.
And I don't know if Aphelios is in a good space right now. That's drag in for Pony Welders.
Yeah, there's a teleport coming in from Darius. They're going to collapse onto Hecarim. Hecarim gets knocked up, gets hit by the Q from Lilia as well. Looks like they're going to secure the kill for Aphelios. Oh, but Lilia's the one that takes it. They definitely want to be giving kills to Aphelios early, but they definitely aren't complaining about Lilia getting a kill here in return.
Pretty minimal returns, I would say, for the jungle and the top teleporting, unfortunately. I think they were hoping to get a little bit more of a heavy engage.
Yeah, and as you can see as a result, Shen punishing the Darius teleport by pushing that wave, and he's gonna miss. Looks like 2 or 3 waves there, actually.
And that's a big hit towards him.
Might be able to make it for some of it, but he's gonna miss quite a bit of gold, evening it out a bit.
He's been pushing back Shen, though, so you can already see that their CS, even with that push, Darius is in the lead. So while that's a good play for him, I think Darius is kind of bullying Shen in lane just a bit.
And the gold's dead even as a result. Yasuo's trying to trade here. Doesn't seem to get much out of it off of that. He looks like he wants to go for more. Yasuo's getting a few more auto attacks in, but Twisted Fate has the ignite. There's the stand aside coming from Shen, gonna shield him up. There's the ultimate as well from Yasuo, and they're gonna get the kill. Yasuo got very low, but Shen coming in nick of time to save him.
Yeah, I'm gonna contribute that to a good play by Shen and a bit of a miscalculation by Yasuo. He missed a couple of his Qs there and really put himself in a situation which was not ideal.
Yeah, Darius, that's the great thing about this team composition. They have the Shen to help cover those mistakes, you know?
Yeah, definitely. Definitely, aside from Twisted Fate, who would have just been able to come in, he managed to save, stop a kill, and help get that one. So that's pretty big. But not a huge amount of kill trades right now. Everyone keeping to general farming, being very cautious of each other in this second game. Lilia doing a good job farming. Hikarim in the area of Darius, possibly going to involve himself, but not for sure.
Yasuo's trying to look for another trade onto Twisted Fate, but this time Twisted Fate is the one with the backup. Lilia gets the damage off on, but not going to seem to get the kill here. Alistar coming in with the knock-up to secure that kill for Twisted Fate.
He almost did have it. He did throw his yellow card. Yasuo managed to pull off a nice wind wall right in time to stop it, which would have saved him, I think, if Alistar didn't come there. So that was a good play on their part.
Yeah, it really did look like Yasuo was actually going to get out of that, but Alistar coming in from bot just in the nick of time to save him there. Or to secure the kill, rather.
And we're even on the team. Oh, Hikarim in on Tia.
Hecarim tries to do some damage onto Twisted Fate, but Lilia's coming in to back him up. And doesn't seem like anything else is going to come out of that. Twisted Fate getting very low, though.
Lilia, so far, very good on coming in at opportune moments. I think I'm liking all the cohesive team plays I'm seeing. There's been a lot of saves, which is always good.
Now, here's the thing, though. Doinby Reborn has a lot of information on the Hecarim right now. They just saw him mid, and as well, they have this pink ward here is going to spot him on the blue buff, so they know he's going to be pathing topside after this buff, unless he wants to go for a gank bottom, and they know it as well, so it looks like they're playing a bit safer to cover for that. Getting information on the jungler is going to be very crucial this game, so that both sides knows where they can make plays and where they need to play safe.
Definitely. It is interesting to see these same teams going in a much different direction in gameplay this time. I don't know if it's just the difference between maybe Be Reborn last round went in very aggressively, and maybe the big change is just that simple change in aggression.
Yeah, I think it's definitely a lot about their team composition, because last game, of course, they had the Wind brothers in the bot lane and they had the Udyr, which wants to play very aggressive. Whereas this game they have champions that want to play a bit more safe. They do have a lot more scaling this time around, so that might be a big factor as well. Yasuo trying to go in, but no one's going to come out of that. A little bit of trade in the bot lane as well. Okay, Yasuo goes in with the ultimate, gets the ignite off on Twisted Fate. He's going to dive under the turn as well, secures the kill alone. Hecarim comes to support, but he doesn't get anything out of it. Yasuo with a solo kill.
Yeah, Yasuo doing very good in the mid lane thus far. So, relatively farther ahead in CS as well, with the 2 kills and an assist under his belt. So he may be very dangerous to a lot of the other team coming up.
Oh, Lilia spots 3 members of the enemy team. The Shenel's going to come in as well to secure that. They're going to go into Darius as well. Darius coming down from top to try and help, but now he's alone. Now, we do know Darius can get a reset and clean this up, but it's not going to happen. They're just going to secure that kill, and it looks like they get a free dragon here. Alistar coming into the Seraphine. They're going to get some damage on that. But Seraphine ult lands onto the Aphelios. Aphelios taking a lot of damage. Seraphine has to leave, but now Hecarim's here to help as well. They're going to split up the fight, and Aphelios solos the Jhin on the side. Hecarim's going to go on to Alistar. They're going to secure that as well.
Yeah, so almost gone. Oh, I think Twisted Fate may have him here. Oh!
Red card coming out does just auto him down. Turret doesn't seem like it's going to quite take him out.
Very interesting turn of affairs. But yeah, I think you're right. Free drag, but Lilia is here. Quite possibly could get the steal.
Not sure he's going to try and go for it. Ooh, that E was actually pretty close to taking it.
A lot happened right there, but I think Pony Welders came across a good chunk.
Yeah, Pony Welders definitely coming out on top of that. They got a lot of leverage off of that. Not only with the kill advantage, but also getting the dragon off of that as well.
But still doing very well, very even between these two teams.
Yeah, surprisingly.
Yeah. Here comes Alistar. Maybe they'll be able to get Seraphine, or if they focus.
Alistar coming in as well. Aphelios is very low, but they do get the root onto Jhin. Jhin misses the W, and he's going to be taken out by Lilia here.
Aphelios manages to survive, which is huge.
Oh, the knockup. He's huge onto Seraphine. She's going to be taken out as well. It's a double kill for Lilia. Meanwhile, both solo lanes are trading while this is happening. It's just... Yeah, there weren't a lot of plays early, but there definitely has been a lot of trading going on.
Oh, big thing there. Oh, excellent Zhonya's.
Gonna keep him safe there. They're just gonna leave that. But that is his stopwatch burned on Twisted Fate, so next time that happens, he's not gonna be quite so lucky.
Big comeback there for Be Reborn, though, which is nice for them. Yeah, this Yas is definitely not giving this TF any space.
But what I was mentioning earlier, it is very... Oh, okay, yeah, so it's just constantly trading down here. There's an Ignite drop, but that's the stun card! Gonna get the kill onto Yasuo! What a turnaround!
Well done by the TF. I thought TF was done for there. Very good to see that.
I really want to talk about this game, but there's just so much fighting going on.
Yeah, I know. It just randomly happened. They were just waiting for now. But with that, B has tied it up again. We are very close. Oh, actually, B is doing better in CS now, too. Hecarim coming up on the Darius.
Have to leave, I think. I don't know if he gets out of this. He already burned his ultimate. There's the flash knockup from Alistar. But that beautiful taunt to cover for the Hecarim. I think Shen gets out of this fine, but they are going to have to give up top turret probably for that.
Not a bad trade-off. He did manage to save him, and yeah, I think as far as that was going to go, that was about as good as Pony Welders could have hoped for.
Yeah, it looked a bit scary, but no one actually died from that, so it's going to be a handshake there. But yeah, so if you look at the gold lead, Doinby Reborn actually has the gold lead despite the kills being even and 2 dragons going over to Pony Welder. I do believe a lot of that is the top lane difference because Shen's having a lot of trouble CSing with Darius here.
Yeah. Oh, but here you go.
Darius
this might
is
put something
out.
to that. And there you answer the problem.
Yeah, Shen has a lot of kills. He's 4-0 right now over the Darius despite the farm difference.
And especially when you look at the 2 different characters, Darius, who is kind of the higher up he gets, is this moving tank. If you're CSing well, regardless, you're going to end up a real threat. And then with Shen, I think his is more of a thing of he's made some pretty good calls with his ult and helping out his other teammates. Hecarim might get his blue stolen here. I'm not sure.
No, he's going to smite it away. Alistair's just coming in. I don't think anything's going to come out of this unless... Okay, Shen's going to ulti in onto Hecarim. There's the kill onto Alistair right away. Darius gets exhausted. Here's the curtain call to cover for this as well. That's the second shot going to take him out. The 4th shot's going to hit Aphelios as well. He's going to be taken out from here as well. Oh, Lilia tries to go back in and get the kill on Hecarim. Hecarim's gonna live! There's the heal from Jhin to cover that, and Twisted Fate is now alone with 4 people around him. Gets caught out, taken out. Lilia should be able to get out of this. That's another fight, 1 for Pony Welders.
That is, yeah, 4 of them gone, and then they did not even secure 1 kill, I think.
Yeah, they got some people low, but they couldn't kill anyone, unfortunately.
Oh, and in with the Rift at a very opportune time with the mid push. I don't know if there's anything Lilia can do right now.
Yeah, so this Herald's not going to get, doesn't charge on that one. They're going to save its HP, see if it gets a charge on this one, the second turret here. Now, Dragon's coming up soon, so they might just want to back off of this after the Herald drops. Look over to the Dragon that's coming up in 10 seconds. Destiny Gate's coming out, see if they might look for a fight. Twisted Fate's gonna teleport in on the side. There's a stun onto Seraphine and a pullback onto Yasuo. They're just gonna go full in on this fight. Hecarim's gonna pull back Alistair, but he's gonna be taken out. And Darius with a huge reset. That's a triple kill for him so far. They're gonna look for Jhin. Jin's very immobile. That's the flash gold card onto him, and there's gonna be another kill.
Oh, but they took him away before he could get his quadra.
Yeah, Aphelios is gonna take that one. Deny it from the Darius, but that is very good to get the kill onto the AD carry. And they're gonna be able to get the Dragon off of this as well.
That's a huge answer. They just had a devastating play put on them, but this really brings it right back up. A very exchanging tug of war. And it's extremely fun to watch.
Oh, for sure. I love these games where there's just a ton of fighting going on. We get to see a lot of action from both sides.
Hopefully it wasn't a mistake to send in only Lilia with that Dragon Alistar here now. They really want to get this.
Yep. I think Aphelios would have been helping them as well, but they decided to put him in the bot lane to push into that turret. That turret's getting pretty low. They might try and take the bot lane turret here.
Aphelios is doing pretty well as well, and if he can continue to CS on his own and get some objectives, that only helps him.
Yeah, it looks like it's gonna be a little bit of a lull state for a bit. Both sides just looking to farm here.
Still, even more so than last round, I think this is extremely close. We have a little bit of a goal differential, but other than that, I think it's pretty even as far as it goes. It's a good answering for both team comps. No one's got a kind of clear lean over what last game was.
Yeah, it's so weird that Doinby still has the gold lead here. Alistair and Hecarim going for a bit of a trade.
There he is, scaring bot lane.
Oh, Darius barely misses that pull. There's the ultimate from Seraphine gonna get onto Darius, and there's the Shen ultimate coming out as well, but Jin's very low. He's gonna have to leave immediately, and Seraphine's caught out right now. There's the gold card gonna stun her up. She's gonna be taken out, picked up by the Lilia. Darius still trying to look for this Jhin. Jin's so low right now, but the supports come in from Yasuo and Hecarim. Jhin does get taken out by the Alistair, but
Still
looking
good
very
plays.
good for Pony Welder right now.
Nice
There's
stopwatch.
the stasis. And looks like Lilia might get out. Oh, there's the flash ignite from Yasuo, but he's going to be taken out as a trade as well. Shen trying to taunt out here. And I'm not sure if they can catch up to him in time. The turret's right there. Oh, but they do get all the CC. That's going to lock him down.
And that still broke pretty even for both teams. But Doing Be Born pulls ahead a little bit in that, which is great for them, and they get a turret.
Yeah, Doing Be Reborn, it looks pretty even, but they do have a sizable 3k gold lead. I believe most of that's coming from the turrets and a CS difference in the top lane. So they're getting a lot of pressure on the map objective-wise.
I think Aphelios is actually pulling right ahead here, which is always good when you got your ADC doing a lot of the heavy work.
Yeah, Aphelios going to be very strong in these team fights. Aphelios is a very complicated champion with his guns, having to manage which ones you want out of time, so...
Darius going in, but he's getting, brought on by 3 people.
He's just going to be taken out. He tries to look for an ambitious invade, but he doesn't have his team to support him.
I think he may have gotten a little too used to being able to bully just Shen in lane, but he hasn't necessarily done well enough to do that to everybody else. Yeah, especially not 3 other people.
And while Darius is down, they might just look for the Baron here.
Well,
they're starting it up.
Yasuo coming in. And
they do take it.
steal.
Looks like they're taking it pretty slow though, so Doing Be Reborn might be able to come in and stop them. Oh, looks like they're gonna go in. There's a double knockup onto Yasuo. Hecarim tries to go in, but gets slept. He's gonna be taken out, and they're just gonna clean this up.
Ooh, big for Doing Be.
And that's gonna be a turnaround for them. They're gonna be the ones that go onto this Baron now. Twisted Fate ulting in, trying to get the kill onto Seraphine on the backside, but there's a stand aside gonna support her. Twisted Fate's trying to chase even harder, but now he's between turrets now. Shen wants to go in, but misses the stun. Or the taunt. Twisted Fate's just backing up slowly. I think he still dies here, but... Okay, he does get the exhaust, and the taunt's gonna miss as well.
And and Shen gives it up. Doesn't want to go in with where all the rest of the team was. Just trying to get the Baron still. There you go.
Twisted Fate falls to the Baron, comes into the pit, and takes damage.
Oh goodness.
It wasn't even an execute. The kill actually did go over to Shen.
Interesting.
Yeah, I think he
sure
should have
Shen's
just backed
very
off
happy
there,
about that.
But
Pony Welder's starting to, Doing Be Return coming into a bit of a lead here. And with the Baron might be able to do some pretty big damage. So Pony Welders has to try and play smart here.
Yeah, and this is the perfect time for Doing Be Reborn to be getting that lead coming back, because the Dragon's coming up as well. It's going to be their second one if they can get it.
Oh, we can make collapse in jungle here.
Yeah, now they don't want to be giving away any more Dragons. As a fight starts here, maybe. There's the ultimate onto Seraphine. She's going to be put to sleep. Exhaust going to reduce a lot of the damage, but Darius is going to come in, get the pull off onto her, is going to secure the kill onto Seraphine. But now he's onto 3 people alone. He has to burn his stopwatch, but I think he's going to go down here. But he does get a lot of damage out as he goes down. There's the knockup onto Alistar. He's going to put him in onto Aphelios. Aphelios is alone, but he's going to be taken down. Looks like he might have been able to get out, but Yasuo's alone here. Twisted Fate just secures that kill, and now it's just Hecarim. He's very low.
Nice shot by Lilia. This is definitely not what Pony Welders needs. This is another easy drag for Doing Be Return. The kill lead and the CS lead is getting bigger and bigger, and with split pushing Twisted Fate up there right now, this is looking to be a pretty bad play for them.
Yeah, Twisted Fate definitely doing a lot of damage to this turret. Oh, he doesn't have the Baron, but he does have pretty strong auto attacks. He has the cards to do extra damage to the turret as well, so they should be able to take this out, I think. Not sure how low it is, but...
He's trying.
Yeah, he is going to take that one out there. So that's the second Dragon secured for Doing Be Reborn. They don't want to give any more of those Dragons over to Pony Welders now that they have the pressure, now that they have the advantage.
I think providing, if they keep to the team fights, which have been doing very well for them, I think they've pretty much got this sewn up. But if they make the mistake of going in individually too hard or getting overconfident, they could give up this lead.
Yeah, for sure. Jin and Yasuo, very scary in the late game. So if either of them gets any kind of way back into this game, this could be very scary for Going to Be Reborn. They definitely want to close this out as soon as they can.
Yasuo had a good chance. If he had a little more lifesteal maybe, when in the last team fight he ended up with 2 lower health people fighting, but he just couldn't bring it back, unfortunately. But then Darius also went in and almost did a tremendous amount of damage to 4 people, 4v1, and he's only going to be getting more dangerous as time goes. So
yeah, for sure. Now, game's looking a bit slow for now, but Going to Be Reborn's in the enemy jungle trying to look for another play. There's a knock-up onto Yasuo, going to push him back into the team. Darius comes in to secure that. There's the stand aside coming up from Shen. They're going to get the knock-up onto Darius. Can Darius get out of this? He's going to get taunted. Taken out immediately. And the curtain call getting a... Not going to be able to get anything out of that. Maybe he was looking for a slow onto the rest of the team, but they did back off. And as you mentioned, if they're going in 1-by-1, they're going to be able to give... they're going to be giving advantages back to Pony Welders.
Especially when it comes to Darius, like we were saying, he can do a huge amount of damage to people. But these guys, especially with Shen, have had a really good team fight and like saving each other. And I really don't think that Pony Welders can trust them to not have that response. So they really got to be careful. Or sorry, do and B to have the response.
Yeah, definitely. So we're looking at a bit of a slow moment in the game, but as we've seen time and time again, every time it looks like it's going to be slow, they try and go back in again.
Every time you bring it up, Alistair jumps on somebody, as he's doing to Shen.
Yeah,
but Shen right now, incredibly difficult to take down.
I think Shen just gets away from that, no problems. The rest of the team's coming up to support Shen as well. Oh, that's a huge sleep onto 2 people for Lilia, but it's a huge Seraphine onto 4 people. Hecarim's going to go in as well. There's going to be a bunch of AoE going off here, but Aphelios is getting 3 auto attack damage on the side. They're going to try and go onto Aphelios, but they can't seem to quite get in. Darius trying to get down on the backside, but there's going to be a trade of kills. And Pony Welders is just getting...
That is big for Pony Welders. That was an amazing, as you were saying, an exchange of 2 different sleeps in the thing from Lilia.
Oh! Twisted Fate barely gets out with that Destiny Gate. But yeah, Pony Welders coming back into this game.
Oh, curtain
There's
call.
the curtain call. First shot's gonna miss. Second shot's gonna land and secure the kill.
Big for Pony Welders. They needed that, and that has evened out the kill total, which is great for them. Have a CS disparity, but that's not too bad. Gonna do a good push, get an inhibitor most likely, and that'll help them.
I don't know if they want to try and end the game off of that. Everyone's spawning soon. Looks like they're gonna back off of that. Baron's coming up soon though, so they might want to be trying to go for this right now.
Very much so. They have to try and be as smart as they can to be about this, as they just caught that. They can't make any overly risky moves. They're still not in that position yet.
Yeah, but looking back at that fight, Going to Be Reborn really doesn't want to fight in corridors like that where Seraphine can get a big ult just right down the line. Hecarim can ult in as well, and they just have a ton of damage in small, tight areas like that.
I think, yeah, the team comp they have just really flourishes there, and maybe that's why they've been doing better outside in the lane, where Doom Be Reborn has been doing this. So it's very interesting to see. It's awesome that there's not any... Like, it's still very dangerous for both teams to be frivolous in any manner.
Oh yeah, for sure. The moment anyone makes a misstep, the other team's going to capitalize on it for sure. Now, Going to Be Reborn starting off the Baron here. I don't think Pony Welders knows it's happening.
But they're all in the area, and I don't think they can get through Baron fast enough that they won't notice. Hecarim's now going over.
Oh, Baron's getting dangerously low. It's now below 5,000 HP. Oh, but they definitely know it's coming now. There's an engage onto the Alistair. Seraphine ult's gonna land again, gonna get onto 2 people. Yasuo on the backline gets taken out immediately. And now Shen's just 1v4 on the side. He's gonna be taken out. Can't really get anything done. Tries to ult out, but he's gonna be taken out, as well as the Jhin, and Hecarim's going to be taken out as well.
Oh, yeah.
There's the Destiny Gate coming in, and they're going to secure the kill onto Seraphine as well. That's a full ace for the side of Doinby Reborn, and they're going to get the Baron.
And drag if they want to get it after. Baron's pretty high up, but I think if they do this quickly, they can do it.
Yeah, Aphelios with that white gun. Oh, just switched, but did get a lot of DPS out with that.
That was not, I think Ponyweld is really not hoping for that. Oh, especially after the last engage. I think you were right when you brought up the smaller corridor. For whatever reason, that really helps Ponywelders, and then this is a bit more of an open space, and that really opened them up where they just weren't doing the damage quick enough that they needed.
Definitely, for sure. Now it looks like they're split up here. They're gonna take both the Baron and the Dragon. Looks like it's gonna be taken out. Yep, that's gonna be taken out for them. Now that's 3 Cloud Drakes for them. Does reduce their ultimate cooldowns quite a bit, and if they get the 4th one, they're gonna get that Cloud Soul for the movement speed as well, which is gonna really help them with these really aggressive engages they've been looking for.
And Doinby return, as they have the Baron, do have a stronger single game, I would say, at least alone lane, if they want to split push, and then they could possibly get away. Even if one doesn't, it's still pretty devastating to Ponywelders if they manage to push in a couple of their turrets now, or if they even singularly went in on one. But
they have a lot of options here. Okay, hold on, Yasuo's getting caught out. Throws the wind wall, is going to deny a lot of damage, gets a knock him on 3 people, gets him full ultimate, and the Seraphine's ult going to back him up as well.
Oh, that was big.
Just another corridor where they're getting funneled into.
That Yas did an excellent move, 3 separate dashes, gets into his ult, gets all 3, heals up to live while his teammates come and help clean up.
And it's not quite done yet. There's another fight going on there. Just keep going. Hecarim gets taken out, but they do trade the junglers there, and Aphelios has no one to help him here. He's going to be taken out as well. And that's 4 of their Barons gone already.
Yeah, oh, and TF is barely hanging on here. Yas is in hard.
Twisted Fate running for his life.
After...
Not sure if he actually gets out here. It looks like he's going to keep running straight to his fountain.
They are most certainly going to get this turret and get possibly another inhibitor. Man, just when you think that Ponywelders, like, that was a big loss in that last fight when then they lost Baron and Drag, and you wouldn't expect them to have been able to get 4 of those. Like that, they made almost no movement with that Baron push.
Yeah, that was huge for sure. It took... Taking out 4 of their Barons was definitely very important for them. Slows down the push from Doinby Reborn a lot.
I do think it's very interesting. I almost think they're trading off. They do so well in the team engagements. When like it's not very close in the team engagement. Whichever team wins, they win by a lot, and they immediately get the sense of our team wins. But it's not the case. It's the back and forth on this is pretty crazy to me.
Yeah, it's been a very scrappy series so far in both games. Honestly, even though it looks like it's better for Doinby Reborn right now, I'd say it could be anyone's game, just considering how much fighting there's been going on.
100%. Ponywelders is not out at all. Especially, they do have one inhibitor turret down already. They can get an inhibitor and push mid lane if they got another ace, which is totally possible, as they've been managing to do it before.
Yeah, depending on how they manage the waves, either side here, I think, could end the game off this next fight.
100%. They are looking for it, too. They're doing a very hard mid-engage. I don't think anyone's looking for the smaller plays, really trying to push the big thing.
Windwall's gonna stall the push a little bit here. Yasuo has a knock if he's looking for it. There's the curtain call. They might be looking to try and engage off of this, but it looks more like they're just trying to push them off of the turret. That's a flash coming over the wall from Alistar, forces the flash out of Yasuo.
I think that was a good call on Yasuo's part. I don't know if he could have survived with everyone there ready to get him.
Alistar making a very good decision trying to fight there. Oh, there's the flash gold card out from Seraphine. She's going to be pulled back in, but Shen does come out in time. They're going to take out the Seraphine and the Hecarim here as well. He's getting very low. And no one else in the team can really help. Here's Destiny Kate coming in on the back side. Gonna be taking out Jhin alone. Yasuo is being taken out as well. Gets the ultimate off, but doesn't get anything else out of it. And that's going to be the end of the game, I think.
Very likely. I do think that they needed to get away further. They had a chance, I think, there to run and just sacrifice that mid turret and get to the inhibitor turret.
Yeah, they definitely wanted to back off with that. And trying to protect the base as much as you can, but...
Very admirable effort, but yeah. Well, a good game altogether, but I think B Return managed to keep it in their kind of favor the entire time.
Yeah, and as we've been mentioning over and over, Pony Welders with their comp really wants to fight in corridors, and in an open area like the mid lane like that, they really don't want to be fighting.
But I don't think they had a choice at that time, because before, a lot of the plays, I think B got a little cocky, and then in the right area, it was good. But when they pushed, if they had been pushing the more important objectives the entire time, I wonder if they would have ended sooner.
Yeah, I mean, they definitely wanted to be fighting a lot more than they wanted to be going for objectives in that particular game. So, but it did end up working out for them. They found the right fights, they found the right engages translating into objectives, and they managed to end out the game. Some
really awesome team fights. I especially like the part it was Lilia and Seraphine, the dual sleep ult. That was awesome.
Oh yeah, those fights were definitely huge determiners for who came out on top in the team fights.
I believe so. It's best out of 3, correct?
Yeah, it's the best out of 3 now. It's 1-1 for both teams.
Oh,
so
that's 1-1.
Last game's gonna decide
exciting. Wow, that's gonna be super cool. Okay, guys, well, we hoped you enjoyed that game. We're going to be right back with more fun, but for right now, we're going on a break. I'm Alan.
I'm Naka. See you soon.
afraid that I'll keep on losing, but you're whispering, trust in me, love me.
Hey everyone, we're back. And I hope you're all excited to see a super exciting tiebreaker. But before we get to that, I'm just going to let you know one more time who we have to thank for this event happening today. I'm going to give a big thanks to VEA for putting together Control Alt Compete. This is the largest esports endeavor for college in 2021. Hopefully we can keep it going. Thanks to TGS for putting up an amazing production and participating in this event. Thanks to MSG for helping organize and promote the event. And once again, to all of the universities, UBC, SFU, Douglas, Langara, Capilano, TRU, UFV, thank you very much for participating. And I'm going to hand it off to Naka, who's going to explain the rules or the point system, if you haven't heard it yet.
Yeah, so once again, all the colleges and universities participating in this event will earn points based on their placement to see who will come out as the best college or university across these 4 esports: League, Smash, Valorant, and Rocket League. Right now we're watching the League portion. It's down to a tiebreaker. They're 1-1 right now. It's going to be pretty rough for both sides. Very scrappy games we've seen so far.
Very, very different how they go about it. The first game being a huge initiating game right away, and then the second game very much about CS until huge team engagements. Every engagement generally felt like it led to a huge team-altering engagement, which was super fun to see.
Yeah. So we see Doinby Reborn going back to the Udyr. We'll see if they can get the same kind of leverage that they had the first time. Hopefully it'll go better, though.
Big invades from both teams.
Yeah, it seems like this been every game. They just want to get those deep wards early, get that information on where the other side is starting in the jungle.
We got an Ivern, which is exciting. It's always cool to see back with the Nautilus. Vayne can be a very devastating character if done right, so that'll be interesting. Yeah,
so
sorry, go ahead.
Pony Welders has Vayne and Jhin here.
Oh wow, you're correct. One would be playing mid, correct?
Yeah, I believe Vayne is mid because Ninjung was the one playing Yasuo last game. So
that would make more sense to me. Vayne mid and a teleport, so very much I think an opportunistic Vayne. Probably going to see her popping up and being unfortunate for the other team later, I would imagine.
Yeah, interesting team composition from Pony Welders. We'll have to see if they make it work. Now, they do have an Ivern as well, so that'll help the Vayne quite a bit. So there's going to be an early fight in the ball lane already.
Geez,
Flash being burned out of both Kai'Sa and Nautilus.
I think that would have gone different, but Ivern missed his stun, unfortunately. I think that could have been a possible first blood.
They did burn both the flashes from the bot lane, though, so
that
it's a very good start for them.
We've got Udyr already counter jungling, going hard into that. Ivern moving back into his jungle.
But yeah, as I was mentioning, Ivern does really like to have a strong carry mid, so that he can support them with shields, and then they can both look to roam into the side lanes. So Vayne kind of fits right into that. I guess that might be what they're looking for.
Where does, because this Cho'Gath, the player playing Cho'Gath did quite well before, where does Aatrox come in on that, do you think? How does that matchup go?
I think Aatrox definitely has the advantage in the lane just because he has more sustain and he has a bit more range for fighting. Now, as I say that, they're already trading right now. Aatrox already has his Conqueror stacked up, so he's going to be healing off of these auto attacks now.
Oh, really? I'm surprised he didn't chase that. Still, though, manages to get Cho'Gath to back.
Yeah, I'm not exactly sure what the wave state was there, but I think it's pretty good for Aatrox. He's just going to try and shove this in, maybe force a TP out of Cho'Gath. Yep, Cho'Gath is going to teleport back to lane. Doesn't want to miss too much of that farm. Dredgeline goes in onto Alistar. Alistar has no flash. He's going to be taken out. That's first blood over to the Nautilus.
that. Fair enough. Nautilus and Alistair are very similar kind of supports. Interesting what they can do for both teams with a kind of similar engage and tankiness. So it'll be interesting. We got a mid-late action right now. Vayne in trouble.
A little bit of damage off onto Orianna, but Vayne's taking quite a bit too. She has to flash out. That's going to be pretty bad for Vayne. Very squishy AD carry, doesn't want to have her flash down for those volatile ganks.
Definitely. And hard to, Orianna has distance too. Vayne is not bullying a melee champ at all, so.
Yeah.
Oh, I think Ivern might be in trouble here. I don't know if Vayne can help. Oh.
Udyr trying to go on to him, but it doesn't seem like he wants it anymore. He's just going to take the Raptors for himself. Thank you very much.
Oh, big engage here from Aatrox.
Aatrox trying to go in. Gets the knock up. Forces the flash out of Cho'Gath.
Aatrox just slowly peppering away anything that Cho'Gath will have left, hoping to get that kill eventually, I'm sure.
Yeah. That's the thing, Aatrox has relatively low cooldowns compared to Cho'Gath. Cho'Gath has very high cooldowns, and they also cost a lot of mana, so... Yeah, so the Aatrox, I generally think he's a better lane. He doesn't have to worry about using his mana. He has a bit more range with his Qs.
Ivern here on Udyr.
Harassed pretty well, but Udyr and Ivern trying to look for a little bit of a fight. Udyr's just been constantly in Ivern's jungle trying to take everything that he can.
I mean, Ivern is just a big tree hippie, so it makes sense that he's playing very peacefully, but not too much. I think Udyr especially, yeah, very dangerous early game comparatively to Ivern, and then Ivern, you really do want to be using your teammates and everything.
His concentrates up in the top lane, but Aatrox does have quite a bit of sustain with his lifesteal, so he's going to heal up quite a bit. Cho'Gath does have his passive as well to heal up, so he's going to be pretty healthy after that too. Trying to look for a play in the bot lane. Nautilus gets the hook onto Alistair. Alistair still doesn't have his flash up.
Yeah, Alistair was gone fast. Oh, and might be gone for Cho'Gath here too. Yep, there you go. He might be going to do drag now as well. Orianna healthier than Vayne. I think they've got a pretty easy thing going on. Oh, I think they're requesting to go after Vayne, but I think they might want to prioritize drag.
Ooh, shockwave onto Vayne, but no more follow-up there. Nautilus is here to support her. Yeah, so Join B Reborn's comp is definitely more towards the top side. Kai'Sa is always looking to scale early, and they do have a bit of a scarier bot lane from the Jhin and Nautilus. As you've seen, they've been playing very aggressively. So these early dragons are pretty much going to go all to Pony Welders while they're playing on the strong side. But Aatrox is getting quite a sizable lead in the top lane, so both teams playing towards what their comps want to look for.
Very much so. It'll be very interesting to see how this goes. I'm surprised Udyr was down in the area when the drag got taken. He didn't really seem to put too much effort. Maybe he didn't even... You figure he'd have to have seen it, but I don't know.
Yeah, I think that he just didn't want to risk it. Maybe they didn't have enough information in terms of who was there.
But still, not ludicrously leaning any which way, but Pony Welders does have a comfortable enough lead right now. Or at least an indication of said lead.
Yeah, they do have an extra kill, and it is onto the Jhin, so that's pretty good for them. That's where they want to be funneling their kills into. As well as they have the first dragon, that Ocean Drake's going to heal them up quite a bit in the lane. Going to help a little bit with, especially with his Vayne and Cho'Gath, who have been taking quite a bit of damage in their lanes.
Yeah, they are also getting behind on CS, so hopefully something comes forward for them. I'm interested to see when Ivern kind of comes into his own here, because so far he's been bullied out of his jungle a little bit by Udyr.
Yeah. I think Ivern is in a bit of a comfortable position though, because he does look to he is looking just to scale, just to farm up and be able to help his laners out later on. As I say this, there's a fight going on. They go onto the Jhin. He flashes back in and then just dies.
Maybe player error, I'm gonna say. I'm not sure.
I guess we call that a misclick?
Yeah.
Let's call that a misclick, you know?
Yeah, we'll do that.
A little bit unlucky for him, but that is flash burn from the AD carry, and
death. So that's a big thing for Do and Be Reborn, getting back into a bit. And they do have a 1.7 grand CS lead, which is pretty good. But Oriana,
they're looking
big
to
trouble.
go on to Oriana. That hook's gonna miss. That's a 3-man shockwave. Beautiful play.
Ooh.
But he is gonna fall, and Vane's gonna fall as well.
Oh,
Aatrox
Aatrox
here to
here
clean
to
up
clean
the
up.
fight. Okay, Dredgeland's gonna get him out of that. Aatrox burns his ultimate, doesn't get anything out of it, but they are gonna have to back off of that fight. Ends up being a 1-for-1, despite Pony Welders going for the initiative there.
I really think if Nas had landed his hook there, it might have gone a bit better for them. I'm not sure though.
I think it definitely would have. It would have pulled Oriana out of the turret, and they wouldn't have needed to dive her. But
yeah,
Oriana with a beautiful 3-man shockwave to stop that engage.
Very much so. The player playing Oriana has done quite well this game and the last game they played her, so could do very devastating things. Udyr doing quite well, but still hasn't really been as effectual in lane as he was in other games.
Yeah, he's definitely mostly just been farming this one. He has a sizable lead in CS over the Ivern, but it's not really as detrimental as it was in the first game that we saw it in.
He was kind of an assured thing if he came into your lane that you weren't getting out of there.
Yeah,
action going on bot lane.
Yeah, and same thing as the first game, Udyr wants to get that early lead. Okay, knock up onto the Nautilus. Udyr's here as well. The Dredgeline pulls him back in. He's gonna actually save Jin from Udyr running into him there.
Oh, and they got the red going too. That'll be big for them at bot lane.
Yeah, definitely very good for Going to Be Reborn. Aatrox is in a bit of a 1v2 right now.
Oh,
or 1v3 rather, with the
nice.
Daisy there as well.
Yeah.
Udyr trying to go onto the Vayne here. Gets the stun off before he gets pushed back. And Oriana's here to support as well. Shockway's going to pull her back in.
Nice.
Tries to stealth out, but she can't get it.
A good couple plays for people there for both teams, because that was really big for Cho'Gath. He needed that, and then I don't think necessarily that Oriana needed it as compared to Vayne, so that was a little more damaging for Vayne.
Definitely. Dredgeline's going to go on to Alistair here as they're trying to get away. Oh, that's the Depth's Charge going on to Kaisa as well, but there's a teleport to support her. I believe that's Oriana. Yeah, Oriana comes in to support the disengage. Vayne's here as well. Oh, Kaisa ults behind. Dredgeline misses. She's going to have to flash out through the bottom side, and Oriana's going to clean that up.
That was very, very well technically played. Very touch and go there, but very well done by the Oriana and Kaisa.
Curtain Call trying to secure the kill, but doesn't quite get it. Looked like a very scary fight.
That would have been very tense. Really well done, I think, by the Oriana and Kaisa, who were at a disadvantage but managed to pull out the lead in that. Easy
I'm very surprised Kaisa lived that.
It was a good ult by her.
It looked kind of weird because she ulted behind them, but then she managed to get out through the bushes in the bottom lane.
Yeah, I think the only way she was going to do that, or manage to survive that, you have to be unexpected. I think you take a risk, easily could have just ended up being very ineffectual, but you know, you gotta try it once in a while.
Yeah, I definitely think they didn't expect the Kaisa to do that for sure. Looks like it's a bit of a lead for Going to Be Reborn now.
They got a lot of shutdowns open right now, so that can always help turn the tide pretty quick.
But both of their carries have all the kills right now, which is exactly where they want them. Alistair coming to the top lane. Maybe they're looking for a dive? Not sure. Meanwhile, in the mid lane, there's a dive going on. They're going to be going deep onto this Oriana. Udyr's trying to come help, but he gets pushed back into the wall. Looks like they're both just going to disengage off of that. Trying to make an aggressive play onto Oriana, but Oriana's a pretty safe champion, and especially since she has a Udyr to help her. Can't really get much done.
I think that was big trouble for the Vayne, but that pushback really did kind of make it where the disengage was the best option for both people. I think anyone who pushed too far was going to be the person who died.
Yeah. This is very bad for Pony Welders, actually, because they want to be playing towards their bot side, but Don't Be Reborn. They have 2 kills on Kaisa, which is not really what Pony Williams expected, I think, considering how the lane should be going. Kaisa and Alistair should be having to play pretty safe, but they've been going pretty aggressive looking for those plays.
It'll be interesting to see how this goes. Yeah, it is definitely leaning towards Do and Be Reborn, even though the scores to the point aren't that different. But yeah, the characters who are getting fed are very specific, and then on the other team there's this wide spread of no in particular person.
Yeah, for sure. 2 of those kills on the Nautilus support too, so it's not very useful for him.
I think this is bad for Ivor and didn't see the Udyr.
Ivern getting caught out, gets very low but doesn't die. Meanwhile, in the bot lane, there's a dive going on. They secure the kill onto Jin, and it looks like on the other side, the fight got disengaged.
Very close, I think. Ivern very close to dying there, but managed to get away. Nautilus coming in to help the Vayne. Oh, bot turret is gone now as well.
Jin getting punished for being alone in the bot lane.
Jin having a difficult time this game.
Definitely. Shockwave goes in
Orianna.
onto Vayne. Can they get the kill onto her though? But Vayne tries to turn around. Nautilus here to help. Flashes in, gets the kill onto Orianna. Udyr's here as well though. Nautilus tries to go in, but looks like they're just gonna back off of that.
Good attempt by Orianna, but didn't have the damage, and hindsight's 2020, but I don't think that was the right move.
A little bit overzealous, I think.
Ooh, here comes Aatrox. Oh no, got him with the stun. Gets away clean.
Yeah, a little bit overly aggressive from the Orianna. Didn't really have any mana left to kill Vayne there, and Vayne, very strong champion even when she's a bit behind. I know she's always gonna scale.
Yeah, Orianna definitely very much doing quite well, and all players, no matter how good or susceptible to getting overconfident or greedy, so you have to be careful about that, especially in competitive play. Kaisa really bullying Ivern under turret here.
Yeah, Ivern as well, not really having the greatest game right now. He's definitely hasn't been dying, but he's quite a bit down in CS. Aatrox going in onto Jin. Jin uses the Gale Force to try and get away. There's the 4 shot, gonna give him some movement speed, but Aatrox has enough damage to chase him down. Ivern's caught out as well. Udyr and Aatrox just gonna secure that, probably?
Maybe? I think
but Nautilus coming in to save the day.
Nice. Yeah, big play by Nautilus.
This Nautilus has been doing a lot of work, honestly. Making sure his teammates have been staying alive whenever he's there, at least.
The objective push is definitely going much better for Do and Be Reborn. Cho'Gath having some uninterrupted time, but not really doing enough damage to that turret to get anywhere quick.
Yeah, the top lane's been kind of an island. They haven't really been a part of many of these fights.
I think Cho'Gath early game getting bullied by Aatrox really wanted to sit back and try and get their farm up, get fed up a little more before they started trying to engage with other people.
Yeah, he has caught quite a bit. He's only 18 CS down now. So he's doing perfectly well for himself. Comfortable.
Definitely come back. I don't know if Kaisa's doing well enough to go against the Cho'Gath, but I don't think the Cho'Gath would under-turret her unless she was very low.
Yeah, looks like he wants to push us in. Ivern's going to come in and try and dive as well, but they're not committing hard enough, I think. Oh, Kaisa might be able to get out of this. Uses the killer instinct to go past the Ivern. Beautiful positioning done from her.
Oh, Aatrox coming in hard.
Aatrox goes in, gets the knockup, pulls back the Ivern. And Kaisa's here to support as well. Aatrox flashes in, gets the kill onto Ivern, and he's going to be looking for the Nautilus as well. A little bit CC down, but they're going to secure the kill. Udyr tries to come in, gets the stun onto Jin, and I don't really think Jin can do any damage to Udyr. Udyr's going to chase him down with the help of Aatrox here, and he's going to take that kill alone.
Very big play for Do and Be Reborn there, too. I think a very aggressive attempt by Ivern and Cho'Gath that didn't really go anywhere, unfortunately, and then, yeah, they were just got outpositioned by that Aatrox teleport.
Alistair and Vayne having a little bit of an exchange there. Not really sure what Alistair was doing, but he's pretty tanky, so doesn't have much to worry about.
Do and Be Reborn is doing really rather well at this point, and very likely might be a little overconfident.
Ooh, Shockwave misses there, so that's a big cooldown burn from the Orianna. You definitely want to have that up for some playmaking. Aatrox is trying to trade with Cho'Gath here, but he's pretty tanky. Has the help of the Kaisa, but I think they're going to back off of that. Ivern Shield's going to help it as well. Yeah, they're just going to disengage off of that one.
I do see why he went in on that, just in case. The Cho'Gath is playing very safe. The Cho'Gath does not want to give any more up than he may have already had. But yeah, this isn't looking good for them. It is a big push up for doing B return, a high lead in both CS and kills. I think Pony Welders have to do a good job of trying to CS up and just making sure that they are not cut out and getting picked off at any point in time.
Yeah, so Pony Welders, I'm not sure how they get back into this, honestly. Their carry's looking pretty rough for them right now. Jin having a very bad time, and Vayne hasn't really been able to be a big part in the fights as she would have wanted to be.
I think, and you can see a couple of the engages we've seen are the one team is overconfident, or not necessarily over, but they're very confident because they're doing quite well. And so what they really got to do is hope that a couple cocky plays by the other team come in and they manage to make some good plays and come up. But what they really shouldn't be doing is taking any fights at disadvantage, because they're far too already at disadvantage for that to pay off. So they have to try and see if they can push those fights. And I've seen it come back like this. It's not impossible, but I agree with you. It's very difficult from the position they're in currently.
Another engage onto the Nautilus. It's going to be knocked up 1-2. He might be able to get out of that. Very good ult from the Nautilus there to knock them up and help him get away. Oh, Shockwave's gonna miss, barely. I think Vayne had to flash out of that. Curtain calls here, trying to stave off the push on the mid lane.
Oh, but they got the Rift Herald in there. Daisy is gone before she enters. They go a big way into getting rid of their turret. They do very much need. Oh, big
they are going a little
bit
bit hard diving right now. Udyr goes down, but so does Nautilus. Aatrox falls as well. Cho'Gath's very low, falls. And looks like they want to chase this. Whoa! Okay, Jin, Gale Force flashing in. But the stasis is just in time. Vayne's gonna be able to clean up this fight probably. Gets a lot of damage out, but no! Kai'Sa's gonna be able to turn that fight. It's a triple kill for Kai'Sa so far, and she's chasing the Ivern. Ivern has no damage, so he's not really too worried. It's gonna be a quadra kill for the Kai'Sa. Very well played from her. It looked like a very scrappy fight, but they did come out on top.
A lot of giving back and forth, but this is what I was talking about, was kind of just overconfident, so they made too many moves that, you know, can't really do. But at the same time, they still managed to pull it. It didn't quite go well enough for Pony Welders to bring it back as much as they would have hoped from that, right?
Yeah, you're right, for sure.
If they did it well enough and they managed to get even 2 or 3 of them without dying, or at least only one of them dying, they might have been able to get a good claim on drag, which would be really good for them. But we're going to have to see if they can manage that now.
Yeah, definitely. It's definitely still anyone's game, just because we've seen from both these teams like their willingness to fight even when at a disadvantage. So one wrong misstep from Doinby Reborn and it could turn around again, as we've seen in the other games.
Yeah, it doesn't take a lot to push hard too, and especially if you get a Baron on a good push or something, it can go really far. Oh, Orianna trying to get
Shockwave's gonna miss. Beautiful reaction time from Vayne to tumble out of that.
Aatrox gets stunned, but not with any real retaliation.
Alistair's trying to look for a play bottom here. Now, Alistair's very powerful because he does have the ability to Hex Flash over the wall if he wants to go for an engage.
Uncontested drag from Udyr, which is not what you want at all in a game ever. So that's unfortunate for Pony Welders. Yeah, once again, just keeping a level head, doing the thing here. I personally think, especially when you are in situations like this, when they're doing Baron or Drag, positioning one person, even to try for a steal, can be huge.
Oh yeah, for sure. It's gonna be a fight in the bot lane, 1v1 between the Aatrox and the Vayne. Vayne does come out on top, despite being behind. They do secure the Baron for going to reborn.
That was a solid attempt at a steal, though. It was what they need to be doing. And Aatrox dying to Vayne, that's big. That's Aatrox falling off a bit, I think, just from getting a little overconfident.
Yeah,
and now...
Yeah, Vayne is definitely scaling now. She's now 6-4, so she's actually coming back quite a bit. She's farming up as well, so she's getting a lot of gold, looking towards her second item, and once she gets that, she's going to be pretty strong.
Kai'Sa's a big payday too, so if anyone manages to get that, especially one of the more integral ones like Vayne or Jhin, that's something really big that they could look forward to.
Oh yeah, that's a full 700 gold bounty for the Kai'Sa.
Yeah, need to be looking at getting that. Real close too before. It's a pity about Ivern not being able to manage it.
Yeah, Ivern's having a very bad time. He's now down over 100 CS over the Udyr.
I don't know. I've only ever played Ivern very loosely, so I don't know how he's fitting into the current meta, and especially how his build is going to be counteracted by the other builds.
He actually is not that bad right now. He's being played a little bit in competitive because of the new build that people are doing on him, as well as a lot of other champions. As you can see on him right now, he has Moonstone Renewer, and he's probably building towards his Staff of Flowing Water. Those two items have been very good in tandem with each other in a lot of competitive matches, because one gives heal to nearby allies in combat, and then the other one, when you heal someone, it gives you and them AP and movement speed. So it's a lot of stats going around whenever you're in the middle of the fight, even if you're not specifically healing someone.
Okay, very cool. Just to bring it back up, Aatrox and Vayne had an engagement in the top lane, and Vayne very much dissolved him. So yeah, big thing going on. Oh, but big play from them here.
Yeah, Vayne's been strong in a lot of these fights, but she has been taken out early in this fight. Udyr's really tanky. He's going to go dive right through the turret. Going to go onto the Ivern, take him out, as well as the Jhin. And Cho'Gath's now alone, but he is pretty tanky, and there is a turret between them and the Cho'Gath, but he's going to be taken out as well. Kai'Sa just does too much damage right now.
I don't know if that's end, but I feel strongly that it might be.
Yeah, they're down for... Nautilus is up in about 10 seconds, but no one else can be able to help him for another 20. Teleport's coming in to support this as well. Aatrox coming in full HP, and they have the Baron buff as well as a wave, and another one coming in as well. Looks like they might just end off of this. Nautilus trying to come in and help, but can't really stop anyone.
It's a shame for Pony Welders. If Vayne hadn't gotten caught up in that, I think that team fight could have gone much different. Vayne had just gotten the damage to really make things go their way, but they got caught out early by Orianna. And I think that's Orianna's ult that caught out Vayne. That's probably the game winner there.
Yeah, that is going to be the win over to Doinby Reborn. That's a 2-1. Looked pretty close for most of the series, honestly, even in that last game, but they did come out with the win.
Yeah, very good. Very well played by both games, and I think not Doinby return, but their names slipped my mind. They won the first match, and they won it. Pony Welders won by just really dynamic play, just like really encouraging or powerful force there. And it's sad to see that it kind of fell off as they went, but you can see the ability they do have as a team, which is really good.
Yeah, ended up being really close, honestly. Really scrappy for both sides. Pony Welders definitely did have a lot of chances to come out on top throughout the series, honestly.
I think evenly matched teams, and it's really great to see. A couple different, some really varied team comps, too, which is cool to see. I don't know how Win Brothers is still just in bot lane, always makes me laugh. I just don't know how I feel about that. But
yeah, we definitely saw a lot of wacky stuff throughout the series. But it's good to see. The season just started, so this is definitely the time to be experimenting with a bunch of different champions, a bunch of different compositions, a lot of different builds as well.
Absolutely. Always playing outside of the box can be the win-defining thing a lot of the time, just because if you're not used to what's supposed to be happening in there, you're going to be like, oh, no.
Yeah, for sure.
Well, everyone, that's it for today. We want to give a big congratulations to the winning team. And I've been Alan. This
I've been Naka as well.
it's been awesome to commentate on these seriously cool games, and stick around. There is going to be a chair giveaway and another part of this stream going on. So that'll be really fun. Tomorrow. Releasing it tomorrow. That's when that's happening.
Yeah, so thanks so much for everyone for watching.
Open up your heart and let our love begin. Trust in me, and let me in. Love me, I'm growing tired of always running from what I'm looking for. Won't let this fear